Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing good. So we'll continue with the solving graph problems. Actually, in backtracking, there was one problem that I had not done. That was M coloring problem. This problem is actually related to graphs. So I thought I'll discuss while I'm doing the graphs series. So today's video, we will be solving M coloring problem. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet and share the channel with all your friends, and I will soon be almost completing this DSA sheet. So yeah, and I'm also planning to remake some old videos wherein I've not given good explanation, and tell me down below which videos you want, right? So let us read the problem statement, pause the video and read it. If you have, fine, let's read it once more. Given an undirected graph with integer m, the task is to determine if the graph can be colored with at most m colors with no two adjacent vertices of graph colored with same color. Fine. So let us say the graph is something like this. So the number of vertices is equal to 5, and this is a undirected graph, right? This is an undirected graph. And let us say we have three colors, C1, C2, C3. We need to color this graph. Actually, no, we have to tell whether we can color this graph in such a way that we use at most three colors, not more than three colors, and no two adjacent vertices have the same color. So we will be using a DFS plus a backtracking concept here, right? And basically what we have to do, we have to make an array of size equal to number of vertices, right? And this array will be actually for storing the color of the vertex. We are going to store which color we are going to color the vertex with. So I'll name this array only as color. Okay, so what is the algorithm? The algorithm is like, we start from a node, like suppose we start from node 0, so this is source node. Then we have how many options? M options we have. So we will iterate through all the options. That is, in this case, we have options C1, C2, C3, right? So I'll draw it better. So we have three options, C1, C2, C3. Then what we'll do is we'll check, okay, if we can color with the first color. If we can color the node with the first color, then in the color array, wherever the index of the node is, we are going to store the color over there. So actually store color means we are this thing, it is number only. So from I equal to 1 to I equal to m, these are the number of colors we have, right? So if we can color, how do we check if we can color a particular node? To know if we can color a particular node, we have to check if all its adjacent vertices are not colored with that color already. So let us take example and we'll start, then you will understand much better. So let us start with the source node, that is 0. Okay, now what I'll do, I will take the first color C1. Then I will check if I can color the vertex 0 with C1 or not. How to check that? Now what is the adjacency list of 0? 1, 2, 3. Let us make the adjacency list quickly. And 2 will be 1, 3, 0. And 3 is going to be 0, 2, 4. I am making the adjacency list of every vertex, right? Fine. So now I colored, suppose I colored vertex 0 with color 1, C1. Then now I'll check if it, first of all, it is possible. So I see that none of the vertices are already colored. So if none of them is already colored, how to check that none of them is already colored? Look at this color array. That is why we have this color array. None of them are already colored. Initially, let us store all 0 values. None of the vertices are already colored. So, okay, I can color it with C1, fine, C1. That is, I'll color it with the first color. Okay, now I'll do DFS. Now I'll do DFS. That is, now I will go to the next node. I'll go to the next node. So after 0, it is 1. Fine. 1. Now again, I'll repeat the same process. That is, I'll check, can I color with the C1? How to check that? What are the adjacent nodes of 1, 0 and 2? So when we colored vertex 0 with color 1, we should mark it as 1 here. So I observe that in the color array, 0 is already colored with color 1 and 0 is adjacent to 1. So I can't color it with C1. I can't color vertex 1 with C1. Fine. Now I'll check C2. Can I color with C2? Yes, I can color with C2 because no vertex is already colored with C2. Fine. So C2. So second color for vertex 1. Now same thing repeat for vertex 2. Once you can color a vertex, then immediately start checking for the next node. So after 1 comes 2. Now 2, I have to check what? I have to check again. So for every node, repeat the same process. Can you check? Now you start checking from C1. Can you color with C1? See, for 2, the adjacent node is 0. It is already colored with 1. And I should make change here that 1 will be 2, right? Color of 1 will be C2. So that is why 2 I have given. Now for vertex 2, can I color it with C1? No, because 0 is already colored. Can I color it with C2? No, 1 is already colored. So only option left is 3. Can I color with C3? Yes. None of the colors are colored. So fine. So I will make 3 here. Now go to the next node. Again check C1 possible? No, C1 not possible. Because see, 0 is adjacent to 3. There is a edge. 0 is adjacent and 0 is already colored with C1. What else is there? C3. C3 is already done with C2. So I can, C3 is already done for vertex 2. But I can color it with C2. C2 is not done for any adjacent vertex of this. So fine, I'll make 2 here. Now check for vertex 4. C1 and C2 are done. So I should check in order again. For every vertex, I have to check in the order. C1, can I do? No, I cannot do. C2, can I do? No, I cannot do. C3, can I do? Check the adjacent vertex. Yes, it is colored with different colors. So yes, C3 is possible. Fine. Now after 4, check for node 5. There is no node 5. That means we have checked all the nodes in the graph. We have finished all the vertices. So when we have finished all the vertices, we can return true that yes, we can color the graph with at most m colors. Otherwise, anywhere if we had got a false answer, we can't color. So basically, this is the algorithm. I'll show the code now. See, so this will be the function given to us. That is, a graph will be given, and graph is given as a adjacency matrix here, not as adjacency list, but I took it as adjacency list only here. It doesn't matter. In adjacency matrix, it will be 0 or 1. That is, it will denote whether there is an edge between the two vertices I and j, or that's all. That's the only difference, right? And m is given number of vertices v. I'm making a array called color. What is the size? Number of vertices. And I know that all vertices are 0 to v minus 1 only. And I'll set all the values of a color array to 0. Then I'll check if I can color the graph. So I'm passing it to a function called coloring. I'm passing the graph, I'm passing number of vertices, number of colors, m. What is 0 here? 0 is the starting vertex, the source node. I have to start from index 0. sorry, vertex 0, and I'm passing color array. If I can color, it will return true, otherwise false. So what is this coloring array? It is taking these parameters. So array is always passed as reference only. So we have to keep in mind that when we are backtracking, we need to change the value back to its original value. So forget this statement for now. I'll explain this. See what we did. We took a node and we checked for all the colors from I equal to 1 to m. Can we color or not? How to check? That is why I've written this safe color function. If we can color the particular vertex, that is why I've written the safe color function. What is this safe color? What is it taking? What are the parameters? Graph, V is number of vertices. I is the color number. I was saying here, now we are coloring 0 with color 1. We're coloring vertex 1 with color 2, like that. So color 2, color 1. So number of the color. And node is the current node that I'm going to color. And color is the color array. So if I can color the current node with color I, then I'm going to mark in the color array color of node equal to I. That means that color, that particular vertex or node can be colored with color number I. Then again, see, I'm going to recursively call the coloring function, this time with which node? Node plus 1. So first 0 was there, now 1 will come, then 2, then 3, like that. Node plus 1 I'm passing here. If it is true, it will return true here only. If it is not true, then I have to backtrack. So this is the backtracking step, where I am resetting the value of in the color array to 0. It was originally 0. Now see, we set it to 0 here. That is why I'm setting it back here. What is this safe color function? It is going to basically check for all the vertices that have an adjacent node, or sorry, have an edge with our current node. All the vertices that have an edge with our current node, if it has the same color already, then return false, otherwise return true. See, for example, here, consider the vertex 2. What are the adjacent vertices of 2? 0, 1, 3. Now check for each vertex, what is the color? If it has been colored with the same color that I'm going to decide for coloring this vertex, then I cannot color with that. That is what this function is about. If none of the vertices have the same color already, then return true. That means you can color the current node with whatever color you have chosen in this for loop. So basically this is the algorithm, and this is the how you solve it. And to submit it successfully, you can have a look at the solution in the description. Please like the video, share it with all your friends as much as possible, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon, and also tell me in the comments how you are liking the videos. All right, so until the next videos, take care, stay safe, keep learning, keep growing, stay tuned, bye.